Last month I told you about the forgotten cartoon series from the 70s based on the live-action TV show The Partridge Family. In that cartoon, the family band was now in the Jetson-style future, and that show never really made an impact, only lasting 16 episodes during the 1972-73 season. Today we look at another forgotten cartoon based on a popular television show, but this one only got one episode.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
With the space race in full swing, everyone was talking about space, aliens, and what the future would hold for traveling the stars. CBS wasted no time to greenlight a new primetime series to chase the space craze.
From the vast, uncharted wilderness of outer space comes adventure that soars beyond the limits of imagination. Incredible, startling, fantastic, unlike anything on Earth. This is adventure lost in space.
They would take the concept of the Swiss Family Robinson and throw them into space aboard the Jupiter 2 spaceship. Lost in Space premiered in black and white in September of 1965. The show would start off with a more serious tone than the comedy camp that it was transformed into. The show followed the Robinson family as they traveled into the stars to colonize deep space. However, one of the crew members, physician Dr. Zachary Smith, was really a saboteur, and he would reprogram the ship's robot to destroy critical systems. Smith, unable to escape the ship, now found himself trapped aboard the Jupiter 2 with family members and Jupiter 2 pilot Don West. The unplanned weight of Dr. Smith threw the Jupiter 2 off course as it ran into an asteroid. This, along with the damage done by the robot, caused the Jupiter 2 to get lost in space.
Intriguing, thrilling, challenging. These are the adventures you'll share. Lost in Space.
The show was never a ratings hit. It was unable to break into the top 20 during its 3-year run, and budget cuts would push the show over its 3-year run into a more wacky, cheap adventure, causing the show to lose a lot of its adult audience. By season 3, the show would mostly be watched by kids, causing CBS to lose advertisers, and that would lead to this cancellation. However, the show would find some life again in syndication over the next few years and have a growing fan base of old and young who loved the show. It seemed it was the right time to bring the show back in some way, and cartoon empire Hanna-Barbera, who saw a great opportunity to bring the Robinson family back to TV as a cartoon series. However, only one episode would be produced. The pilot episode would air on ABC as part of their Saturday Superstar movie on September 8, 1973. Fans of Lost in Space, who sat by the TV waiting to see the adventures of the Robinson family, Don West and Dr. Smith, unfold in front of their eyes, were a little shocked to see the return of Lost in Space was a lot different, more than just being a cartoon. The show would now star a whole new Robinson family. Craig Robertson, no, not that Craig Robertson. Craig Robertson, a recent graduate from the Space Academy, is now the commander of Jupiter 2. Although this Jupiter 2 doesn't look like the Jupiter 2 from the TV show, this one looks more like a rocket. Looks like they would have called it the Jupiter 3. Anyway, Craig needs a crew to help him on a mission to travel from Earth to Saturn to drop off Dana Carmichael. So for the crew, he picks his younger brother, Link Robertson. He also hires for the crew Dr. Zachary Smith, the only character from the TV show to appear. Smith is now a more friendly and trusted crew member, although still pretty greedy. The show would have a robot named Robon. It closely resembles the robot from the television show, but it's not the same robot. During the mission, the Jupiter 2 is hit during a meteor shower, damaging the Jupiter 2 and forcing it to land on an uncharted planet. How it got to an uncharted planet as it was traveling between Earth and Saturn is not really clear. On this uncharted planet, the crew meet a frog-like alien race called, the Thogs. Yes. Anyway, one of them is named Lar. Lar explains that the other alien race called Tyrannus arrived on the planet some time ago, attacking them. The problem is the Jupiter crew will need the help of the evil Tyrannus if they want to get the Jupiter 2 fixed and back home.
Wow, they're pretty strange creatures.
Craig Robertson has a plan. No, not that Craig Robertson. This Craig Robertson has a plan. He must have the two aliens meet for peace talks. As all this was going on, Link and the other robot with Dr. Smith had met up with another Throg This one's playing some kind of marble game with a diamond, and his name is Brack. No, not that Brack. Anyway, they soon learned that the diamond used in this game was produced by the alien race that's been attacking them. It seems to be their power source to keep them alive. Robin the robot is sent back, as Smith and Link head out to find the diamonds. Meanwhile, the evil Tanarians, they seem to have captured Dana, and Craig and the crew come up with a plan to rescue her. Once they find her, she tells them that she's learned the Tanarians' weakness. They are energy based and travel in pairs, one negative and the other is positive. Knowing this, the crew can shut them down, as they have learned that they have captured Dr. Smith and Link. No, not that Link, this Link. By the end, all of them are rescued, and Craig Robertson, no, not that Craig, this Craig, helps bring peace between the two alien races. The once evil race of aliens help repair the Jupiter 2 so it can leave the planet. Without a doubt, everyone is happy. Well, not everyone. Dr. Smith has lost his chance to take home a fortune of diamonds. He couldn't even take home the one that he was trying to smuggle.
You infamous informer! Why don't you mind your own business? I didn't think there'd be any harm in taking one little old diamond as a souvenir.
As you can see, the show has very little to do with Lost in Space. And any fans excited for the return of the Jupiter 2 crew had to be extremely let down. And we can see why it wasn't picked up for a series. It would have been great to see a real Lost in Space cartoon. One with the further adventures of the Jupiter 2 crew as they try to find their way back home. This show never even touched on the events of the Lost family, and it's almost forgotten even among the die-hard Lost in Space fans, even those that keep trying to forget about that live-action movie in the 90s.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.